friend, the governor of the great state of Indiana, Mike Pence.
Thank you, Chris. It is an honor to address the largest gathering of freedom-loving Americans in the nation, the NRA-ILA Forum 2016. It is great to be with you all. I appreciated so very much that gracious introduction, and let me make it more succinct. I'm Mike Pence. I'm the governor of Indiana, and like over 100,000 Hoosiers just across the river, I'm a card-carrying member of the NRA. Now, I will tell you, it's nice to be in Kentucky. Liked it better when you were in Indianapolis in 2014. It's nice to be here in Kentucky, but I will tell you, right across the river is the heart of the heartland, where Hoosier hospitality is a way of life, as so many of you learned when the NRA came to Indianapolis just a few short years ago. If you haven't been to the Hoosier State, I'd recommend it. In fact, it's kind of my job. I mean, it's May, right? It's May in Indiana, and I just came from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The 100th running of the greatest spectacle in racing is just a few short days away. I mean, I just went to the Kentucky Derby with Governor Matt Bevin. Great guy. It was, in point of fact, it lived up to it, the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. But if you want to see a little more horsepower, head our way. And on the outside chance some of you like the outdoors, I think you'd be right at home in Indiana. I'm proud to say Indiana really is the place for hunting and fishing and camping and hiking and trail riding. Our state park system was formed 100 years ago this year. Centennial gift to our citizens. We have 24 parks, 8 reservoirs, total acreage of 171,000 acres, 16 million visitors per year. Our state park system literally ranks first in the nation in occupancy rate, and in 2006, Indiana became one of the very first state park systems in the country to allow concealed carry of handguns in our parks. You know, Indiana really is a great place to play because Indiana is a state that works. In contrast to the failed leadership at the national level, in just the last 4 years in the state of Indiana, we've balanced budgets, strong reserves. We've cut taxes every single year that I've been governor, the last 4 years. We've seen businesses in Indiana create more than 150,000 net new jobs, cut unemployment to a 14-year low, seen record investments in education, including Indiana is home to the largest educational voucher program in the United States of America. And today, in our bicentennial year, I'm proud to report that we have more Hoosiers going to work than ever before in the 200-year history of the great state of Indiana. That's what common sense conservative leadership will get you. And I'm proud to say we've done it all by promoting freedom. The state of Indiana works because in Indiana we don't just talk about freedom, we live it. We breathe it. We keep freedom at the center of who we are, and it's really what makes our state a success. We're freedom-loving people in the Hoosier State. We cherish all of our rights, our unalienable rights to life, to liberty, the freedoms enshrined in our Bill of Rights, and Hoosiers have supported the Second Amendment every step of the way, and we always will. The people of Indiana know firearms in the hands of law-abiding citizens make our communities more safe, not less safe. The right of the people to keep and bear arms are words that we live by in the Hoosier State. Shortly after I became governor, when tragedy came to Sandy Hook Elementary in 2012, Hoosiers didn't respond with restrictions on law-abiding citizens. We made millions of dollars available so our schools could have armed safety officers on the premises and purchase equipment to keep our kids safe. And when terror struck Chattanooga, Tennessee in 2015, claiming the lives of 5 service members, I am proud that Indiana was one of the first states in America to arm our National Guard and allow those who defend our freedom to have the ability to defend themselves. And with the strong support of the NRA, we've passed legislation allowing men and women to use rifle for deer hunting, ensuring law-abiding citizens can be certified gun owners. And coming up this fall, I'm confident the Hoosiers will go to the ballot and put in the Constitution of the state of Indiana the right to hunt and fish forever for the people of our state. But, you know, with elections approaching in our state and across the nation this November, I want to say to all of you gathered here today, we must be ever vigilant in the choices that we make. Now, some politicians, frankly, like my opponent back in Indiana this fall, like to say that they're for the Second Amendment. But you can't have it both ways. You cannot stand silent while the president blames violence in his hometown on the rights of gun owners in Indiana and say you're for the Second Amendment. And let me be clear. You cannot support Hillary Clinton for President of the United States and promise the right of the people to keep and bear arms will not be infringed. It just doesn't add up. So America and Indiana have a choice to make. And I know we'll choose freedom because I believe in all of you, the freedom-loving Americans gathered here today, the Hoosiers who are gathered here and all across our state. All of you are the champions of liberty that our nation has always depended on. You and tens of millions like you have defended limited government, personal responsibility, and liberty against the forces of expansive and paternalistic government, and against the efforts of those who want to regulate us into the dull uniformity of progressives' dreams. You know, the NRA has not only protected our Second Amendment rights over the years, but it's also shown us all how to fight for the rest of our rights, how to be strong and of good courage, to be not afraid nor dismayed. You know, just across the Ohio River is a place I would call to your attention as I close. It's called the Falls of the Ohio. It was there on the 14th of October in 1803 in what is now Clarksville, Indiana, that Meriwether Lewis was met by a man named William Clark. When they shook hands on those shores, in that meeting, the Lewis and Clark expedition was born, just right across the river. October 26, Lewis and Clark and their nucleus of the Corps of Discovery set off on their epic journey to explore the Louisiana Purchase in the Pacific Northwest. They took with them undaunted courage, faith, and freedom. Well, I would say in these uncertain times, we too must face this moment with courage, with faith, and with the same commitment to carry freedom forward through this election and beyond. So I say to each and every one of you, keep fighting for freedom. And all that you've heard from this podium today will stand at your side, me included. Don't become weary in doing good, because the future belongs to freedom and to all who are willing with courage, faith, and resolve to take up the cause. And be confident, because remember, as the old book says, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom. So freedom always wins. Thank you for the opportunity to address you today. And Lord willing, we'll see you in Indianapolis.
We will make America great again.